Now we have from the same college another wonderful faculty, Iswarya ji, presenting Jitante Stotra.
Shri Ganeshaya. Hello. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Namasabhayai. Atra agatebhyah sarvebhyah panditavariyebhyah krite mama hritpurvaka namaskaraah swagatancha. Aham Aishwarya Chandrasekharah संस्कृत प्राचार्य पदव्युत्तर एवं संशोधन संस्कृत विभागः श्रीमदाण्डवन कला एवं वैज्ञानिक महाविद्यालयः श्रीरंगम ट्रिची। अस्मिन् महान् संदर्भे अस्माकं कलाशालायाः कार्यदर्शी श्री अम्मंगी वी बालाजी महोदयं, प्रांशुपालं डॉक्टर एम पिच्चैमणि महोदयं, अस्मदीयः विभाग अध्यक्षं वेदांत केसरी श्री भाष्य रत्नमणि डॉक्टर वी रामन महोदयं च प्रणम्य अपि च मम धन्यवादं व्याहृत्य श्री रंगनायिका अम्बा समेत श्री रंगनाथ स्वामिनः अनुमत्या आशीर्वादेन च मम प्रकाशनपत्रम् इदं प्रकटीकरोमि। अस्माकं भारतीय आस्तिक परंपरायां प्रप्रथमं गुरुवन्दनेन अथवा देवतावन्दनेन कार्यस्य प्रारम्भः क्रियते। In our tradition, from here on it will be, Janaranjakam. It will be in English for everybody's ease of understanding. In our tradition, it is appropriate to begin anything with a benediction to one's guru or a deity of one's own choice. So, let me begin with a small invocation. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. See, I took this benediction for two reasons. When I started off, I told it is either Guru Vandana or it is Devata Vandanam. It is appropriate to do Guru Vandanam because as we have observed in Kabir's Doha, Guru Govind, because it is Guru who shows Govind to the seeker. So here Vasudeva Sutam is ideal because it is two in one. In fact, it is many in one. Not just appropriate to Vaishnavism, but Sri Krishna, considered to be the Paramatma himself, is also the Jagat Guru, the first Guru. That is why I took this benedictory verse for this presentation of mine. Before I start my presentation, I wish to take this opportunity to welcome one and all from the Indic Academy and also thank them for the opportunity conferred upon us for presenting papers in this juncture. And my namaskarams to all the scholarly people gathered here. Especially with a special mention to Dr. S. Ramaratnam sir. Feeling honored and privileged to be presenting here when you're here, sir. Thank you. The topic that I've chosen for my presentation is Jitante Stotram. This Stotram is a special, one of its kind Stotram. It is not just any other Vaishnava Stotram which suits the topic and just take it. No, not like that. Because Jitante Stotram is it's an auxiliary part of the Rig Veda. So because it forms a part of the Veda, it has got the honor of a mantra also and a stotra also. So what is the definition? Let me give you. See, I am defining Stotram and Mantram here for a small reference. Stuyate anena iti Stotram, by which you praise the deity. That is Stotram. Mantram is something that protects one who keeps chanting or reciting it repeatedly. Mananat trayata iti mantram. So this has got the honor of both Stotram as well as Mantram, and that is why I have chosen this. And the title is justified, just like it is a very lucid sloka, and it also explains the Vaishnava concept in a very, very lucid way. As our secretary sir in the morning quoted that Vaishnavism, is it a way of life or is it a philosophy? So here I am concentrating only on the part of the way of life. How does a Vaishnava live, or how is he supposed to carry out his everyday life? As simple as that. So because it is very easy. And we also had a mention by I think Nagaraj Paturi sir in the morning that 66% of the Hindu population is Vaishnava population. This is also attributed to this one simple reason as well, which is its lucidity. You need not be born in a particular sect or a clan to be a Vaishnava. You can become a Vaishnava. It is followed as a religion. You can become a Vaishnava at any given point in time in your life if you choose to. So that is very simple and it is open to all. And that is the reason the population is like 66% because of its lucidity. I am only focusing upon the lucidity of this and how it works in Jitante Stotra with some special mention from the Bhagavad Gita, without which we cannot touch upon any of the philosophical or the doctrine related concepts. See, this is one of the Shan Margas ascribed by the great Adi Shankaracharya Bhagavad Pada. Of the 6 Margas, Vaishnavism, other Margas, you all very well know. This is Vaishnavism, and I have just mentioned one small word touching upon the grammar of the beautiful Sanskrita language, the Vishnoho idam matam Vaishnavam. All the Shanmargas for that matter are nothing but Tadhita Pratyaya Prayogas. So it is nothing but certain set of Pratyayas which explain the relationship between the source and the cause and the effect, or the source and the result. So here from Vishnu the word Vaishnava originated. So I have just mentioned this word here to throw a small glimpse about the beauty and the meaningful derivation of almost all the words in this particular rich language of ours. So in South India, there is a tradition that calls it Shri Vaishnavam, because Shri refers to Mangalam or goddess Lakshmi, who is the embodiment of all kinds of wealth. So because she is the eternal concept of Hari, it is called Shri Vaishnava, because they say that wherever Lakshmi's grace is there, we automatically have the grace of Lord Vishnu, and it is vice versa. So they are always together, so it is Shri Vaishnava. And the key concepts of Vaishnavism are Bhakti, devotion, and Prapatti or Sharanagati, which is surrender to God. The Jitante Stotra also explains only these two concepts, because devotion alone can lead to surrender. Once you are so devoted to somebody, it is very easy to surrender yourself to that object of devotion. So here it is the, as I said earlier, it is the Rigveda Keelam, and that is why it has the power of both the honor of both the mantra and stotra. So here we have 6 Jitante Stotras available so far, as in each Jitante Stotra has got further shlokas, verses inside them in varying numbers. And the manuscripts of it was originally found, and it is preserved in the Oriental Research Institute Library, Mysore. Commentaries, with regard to commentaries, because even if the original work is lost, commentaries are the key to unfold them. So the earliest commentator on Jitante Stotra is Sri Periyavachan Pillai, belonging to the 13th century. After which, even Sri Periyavachan Pillai's, we have got the commentary of only the first Jitante Stotra. The rest, we are clueless as to whether he did not do it or whether they are lost. So it is still under research. Maybe the manuscripts are found elsewhere in India or wherever. Modern scholars like Puttankotakam Srinivasacharya and Madurantakam T. Veeraraghavacharya, they have made commentaries on these stotras, and that book was published in 1958, and based on that book, when I did my masters in Sanskritam in the University of Madras, it was my department head, Dr. S. Padmanabhan sir, who worked on this book based on these commentaries with translations in English and Tamil as well. So based on his notes, I have prepared my article. So basically any doctrine or any philosophy advises or admits these four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So the ultimate goal of this human birth is nothing but to attain moksha or liberation. Jitante Stotra also tells how one attains moksha by the worship of Lord Vishnu. Here I would like to mention that when we look at the Jitante Stotra, it keeps describing Lord Vishnu as one's father, mother, guru, friend, everything. So Vaishnavism does not restrict anybody from worshipping other deities, but it says that the worship of one deity with utmost devotion and surrender is enough by itself and is wholesome or complete by itself, wherein one can walk in the path of liberation or self-realization. That is the ultimate goal. The path is not important or hard and fast. So here the name is taken from the first shloka, which starts like Jitante Pundari Kaksha Namaste Vishwabhavana Namaste Suhrishikesha Mahapurusha Purvaja. So traditionally we've been knowing that the Trimurtis have three duties: creation, sustenance and dissolution. It is attributed to Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh respectively. But here in the Vaishnava tradition, all the three are attributed to one Lord, which is Sri Hari. So here it is mentioned Vishwabhavana. Words like Vishwabhavana, Purvaja, they all indicate Ekastvamasi lokasya srashta samharakas tatha adhyakshascha anumantacha gunamaya samavritaha. So he is everything. He is the Lord, he is the protector, he is the destroyer of evil, he is the creator and he is the controller of the universe. So here when we just move on, this directly goes to the moksha aspect where it says samsara sagaram ghoram ananta klesha bhajanam vameva sharanam prapya nistaranti manishinaha. See how to swim across the horrifying transmigratory ocean of existence, of repeated births and deaths, as Acharya used to observe, Bhaja Govindam. So when you hold tight the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, it takes you across the repeated samsara sagara, which is repeated cycles of births and deaths. So here now now we come upon the key doctrine of Vaishnavism, which is Pita, Mata, Suhrad, Bandhu, Brata, Putra, Swamevahi, Vidya, Dhanancha, Kamyancha, Nanyat Kinchit, Vayavina, Twamcha Swami, Gurur, Mata, Pita, Cha, Mama Madhava, Apitvam, Bhagavan, Brahman, Sharvash, Shakro, Maharshayaha, Manasa, Karmana, Vacha, Yacheshta, Mama Nityashaha, Keshavaradhane Sasyat, Janma, Janmantareshu, Api. So he prays, the devotee prays that you are my everything, whatever I desire for, my Lord, my friend, everything, and even in this birth and in the births to come, let me remain at your service forever and forever. So this is called the Dasa Bhavaha, one key concept in this doctrine, which is called, here I would like to quote one of the Alvars. He is called Tondar Adipodi Alvar. So these Alvars are 12 in numbers, who attained salvation, rather liberation, only through this bhakti yoga, only through devotion, this emotion. So in one of the Alvars, he is called Tondar Adipudi Alvar, because these people have this concept, like in other doctrines as well we have this, Dasa Dasoham, I am the servant of the servants of Lord Vishnu. So that is why he is called Tondar Adipudi Alvar. So he serves the servants of Vishnu. When we have the Dasa Bhava, it becomes much easier to come across the Kama Krodha, Ahankara and everything. So Sakalavaranaatita Kinkarosmi Tavanagha Punah Punaha Kinkarosmi Tavaham Purushottama Sarveshu Deshakaleshu Sarvavasthasu Chachita Kinkarosmi Hrishikesha, Bhuyo Bhuyosmi Kinkaraha. He repeatedly says, I am your Kinkara. Kinkara here means servant. Kim Karomi, what do I do for you? What do I do for you? At your service. It is like that. So when we have this servant bhava, it is a very easy way of existence. That is why I said the lucidity of this mata. Because when you are the doer of something, all the responsibility and all the headaches creeps in. When you just have to obey some orders, which is not easy, but when it is from the Lord, when you just obey it, it becomes much easier upon practice. Initially, it might sound very, very hard. Oh, why should I keep obeying? What is this servant bhavana? But being a servant to God, it is actually ignorance is bliss. It is like that. Whatever is ordained, when we just nod our heads and do, eventually we find it very, very peaceful. And without this, I cannot... the time over? Yes, 2 minutes it will be. I cannot conclude this without touching upon Bhagavad Gita, because it is one of the Prasthanatrayas, a very important, it is a gift that is offered to the entire world by Bharat. It is the best management text ever coined by anybody at all, because it was sung by the Lord, Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavata Gita, iti Bhagavad Gita. That is why when I started Vasudeva Sutam, I wanted to take it up in a small musical note, because Sakshat Bhagavan did it because it is easy to remember and it is attractive to listen. It is easy to memorize it that way. See, this all starts, I have only focused upon chapter 12, which is Bhakti Yoga, because my concept is all about Bhakti. Kinkarosmi. So in Bhakti Yoga, the first question arises from Arjuna. See, people who worship your physical form, your meditative form, and people who worship the Nirguna Brahman, your Saguna Brahman, Nirguna Brahman, whom do you consider superior or better? In answer, Bhagavan replies that the one who contemplates upon me, who meditates upon me as the object, sole object of meditation, I consider him higher or very dear to me, special to me. He does not condemn Nirguna Upasana, by the way. It is up to us to understand it in the right way. Where many things are, it is being understood differently. See, but then Bhagavan is called Bhakta Vatsalaha. Of the many names, we also have one name called Bhakta Vatsala. What is Vatsala? Again, it is a Tadhita Prayoga. Vatsalyo nama bhavaha yasmin vartate saha Vatsalaha. The quality of compassion or raga towards his devotees, it resides in the Lord. That is why he is called Bhakta Vatsala. So because Lord is so compassionate, he does not want us to strain like Saguna Upasana. So he says, Nirguna Upasana. So he gives us ways of doing, okay, do Saguna Brahma Upasana. If you are not able to do that, okay, then practice through meditation. If you are not able to do it, okay, let you accomplish it by Abhyasa Yogena. This is what Patanjali Maharshi also says in his Yoga Sutras as one way of walking in the path of attaining Samadhi. Okay, if you are not able to do it, you just surrender, or as an arpanam, samarpanam, you offer all your deeds to me. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. Even when you eat, when you sleep, whatever you do, it is, you sacrifice the ownership or the doership, the karta bhava of the action. And then finally, you do the karma phala tyagam also. Renounce all the fruits of the actions, and then you are free from any bondages of the karma. Simple and easy, very tough when practiced, but easiest among all the other ways. Devotion is the best emotion and the easiest way, which Vaishnavism admits and advocates throughout the life of a Vaishnavite. This is the way to live. That's all. Thank you.